And what happened here? So the point is at the end of the extreme DC load, right? So only this cycle, only this half cycle will be, the remaining half cycle is not going to be conduct. Okay, so this is where class B power amplifier will conduct for only 180 degrees. So you can do, we can observe this one by using the mathematical, what we say, mathematical equations that we have seen in the class A power amplifier. Just like we can take the inputs and as well as the output KVL. So by that we can find out the uh, Q point. So here Q point is what? You can say Q point is what? 0, comma 3. Right? Why? Because Q point is on the VC axis. Right? 0 VC is the coordinates of the Q point. And if you do the remaining calculation like power, and this is the circuit diagram and the output waveform. Next, observe this advantages of class B amplifier. Everybody, please wait a minute. Please be wait a minute. What is the efficiency of that? What class A power amplifier? That is, we got 25%, right? So coming to class B power amplifier. So for class B power amplifier, the efficiency is going to be more than the class A power amplifier. Okay. So class B amplifier is a type of power amplifier where there is answer. Sorry for the inconvenience. Uh, so we observed what is the efficiency for class A power amplifier. So we have done mathematical equation in class A power amplifier. There we have got what for class A power amplifier. We observed the 25% only, right? So but coming to now, so now coming to class B power amplifier, to do these all things, what we have done for the class A power amplifier, I already told you that while I am explaining the class A power amplifier, I ask you to listen very carefully. Why? Because so while I am explaining the class B and class C amplifier, I am going to give just a rough explanation because everything is same mathematically. So and you can write the input KVL as well as the output KVL. So after that, find out that power AC output power as well as the DC input power. and after that do the efficiency. And if you do the efficiency for class B amplifier, we are going to get about 78 percentage. We are going to get the efficiency of the class B amplifier is about 78 percentage. It means, for example, if you are giving the 1 volt, you are giving the 1 volt, you are going to get 78% of the 1 volts at the output side. It means we can say that is having the high efficiency when compared to the class A configuration, right? So, but there are some harmonics will be there while operation is going on. Harmonics, it nothing but unwanted components. So unwanted sounds. It means unwanted sounds. So we are having the this type of harmonics. We can reduce this type of harmonics by using the push-pull configuration. It is not needed for you. It is not in your syllabus. So there is a push-pull type of mechanism is there. It means we are going to use a two transistor, and which one of the transistor is going to use for the push out the harmonics, and one of the transistor is going to pull out the harmonics. That is push-pull mechanism. Just for reference, I'm saying push-pull mechanism, and this is avoids the even harmonics. That is about class B amplifier. Okay. Now let's see this class C power amplifier. Class C power amplifier. And observe screen. A class C amplifier is one in which the operating point is chosen so that the output current is zero or more than the one of input signal. It means what happen here? We know that what is the class C power amplifier? The class C power amplifier, the Q point is uh, on the negative axis of that VCE, right? If you take in class A, in the class A we observed 360 degrees conduction. In the class B, we observed the 180 degrees conduction. But here we observed, we are going to observe less than the 180 degrees. So the output current is zero for more than the one half of the input signal. And here the active element, that is transistor, is going to conduct for only for less than half cycle of the input signal. It is less than the 180 degrees. So in the examination, you will be asked like in the competitive examination. So what is the conduction angle of the class B power amplifier? So option will be 360 degrees, 180 degrees, 170, and 220 degrees. Class B amplifier, you have to choose option as 180 degrees. For example, one more question like, say everybody please answer this one. I'm repeating once in the class C power amplifier, the active element, the transistor, conduct for less than the half cycle of the input signal. Okay. Now listen the question. Listen the question, everybody. So for class C power amplifier, what is the conduction angle of class C power amplifier? Options are option A 360 degrees, option B 180 degrees, option C 270 degrees, option D 160 degrees. 160 degrees, option D. So here, can anybody answer for this one? What is the conduction angle of the class C power amplifier? Anybody, could you please answer? If you observe the second point of class C power amplifier, you can answer it. Okay, 160 degrees. degrees. Okay, 160. Okay, that's good. That is it less than the 180 degrees. Okay, so in the given option, only one option is there. Only one option is less than the 180 degrees. So we need to go for that option only. Okay, so there is a class C. So this is a circuit diagram for the class C power amplifier, and here we are using the inductor and capacitor. And here we are using the inductor and capacitor for filtering purpose to filter the output signal. Biasing resistance are the, and these are the output characteristics. These are the output characteristics, and here x-axis is VCE, y-axis is IC. If not, which is on this screen. Actually, on the x-axis it is VCE, and on the y-axis it is IC. This is make a change of that. Okay. So for that, Q point is what? Below that zero line, we are going to get only half of the waveform, less than the half of waveform. This is the only this part is being conducting. Observed, only this part is being conducting. The remaining part is not conducting. So we can say that the conduction angle for the class C power amplifier is going to be less than the 180 degrees. So some of the examination they asked based on this amplifiers. The question is only conduction angle. The competitive examination, the question was taken based on the what is the conduction angle of the corresponding power amplifiers. And so this is about power amplifiers. And with this, I can conclude the third unit. And if we talk about fourth unit, in the fourth unit, we are having the two topics. That is feedback amplifiers as well as the oscillators. Feedback amplifiers and oscillators. I hope you have some clarity about the amplifiers. Now, if I talk about, I will just give introduction for the fourth unit today. Now, I will give just introduction for the feedback amplifiers, and you have got some idea about the amplifiers. Okay, but what is this feedback? What is the feedback amplifier? It's just like, for example, if you take, we can observe some of the people is not having the that some of people are unable to watch the things. That is the there are some blind people are there. If you take a blind person and if you take a normal person, okay, for blind person what happened? So there is a connection between his eyes as well as his brain. For normal person, I'm repeating again. For normal person, there is a connection between his eyes as well as his brain. It means, for example, if we see anything, his eyes will sense that thing and it will send the information to his brain, right? If you take that blind person, so for blind person, what happens? There is no sensor, like there is no connection between his eyes as well as his brain. Okay, it means if you see anything, it cannot give the information about the things to his brain. There is no connection between his brain and his eyes. It like, so there is no feedback between his brain, his eyes, right? For normal person, they can have the feedback, right? There's connection between his eyes as well as his brain. It means we can get the more accurate values by using the feedback. Okay, you know that which person is more accurate, blind or normal person? Usually, obviously, it is normal person is more accurate, right? So that's why there is a feedback connection is there. So we are going for the feedback amplifier for the more accurate results and better performance. And we are going to have the different types of feedback amplifiers I will classify them. And after that, we are having the oscillators. So everybody, please keep your mind that. So you observe, you have seen your 1-2 result. Okay, you have seen your 1-2 results. I know no one is satisfied with your results, but just imagine in the 1-2 semester you have gone with the half of syllabus through offline, and half of syllabus through online. Okay, and still you didn't get the better result. But now in the 2-1, completely it is online classes only. Okay, just to imagine it's completely online classes. Then how much you need to work and the hard work cheyali. Okay, so please try to read yourself. I am repeating again. No one is going to be reason for your success. No one is going to be reason for your failure. You are only the reason. So whether it is online classes or offline classes, please go through the mobile only. There is a Google, YouTube, whatever. Okay, so please try to read yourself. And if you are having any doubts, you can ask us. Okay, with this, I'm concluding the today's session. We'll see on Monday. And we'll start the 4th unit. We'll start the 4th unit. And thanks for your patience. You may leave now. And please try to read carefully. Thank you, everybody.